I think I have found the most underrated LEGO set of 2022, and I think it is clearly been really overlooked and just completely ignored. And it's a really good price, really good build, and sure, it might not have the best figure selection, but it has just an amazing display ability, and it's with great play functions. And I am gonna have to say that the most underrated set of 2022 is gonna have to be for March. The Dolphin and Sea Turtle 3 and Creator 1 sets. This set is amazing. I haven't built the other two builds yet, but I have built the first build, and I just have to say I am in all ears for this thing. It is crazy cool. Here we go right here. I'll just give you a quick little look at it before we do the full circle around thing in the light box. But yeah, this thing, it's worth your money. It's just worth it. Biggest underrated thing I think of this year, and I'm gonna convince you why it is and why you should pick it up, because this thing is amazing so far. And yeah, let's go ahead and break this whole thing down in all the 3 different parts and get straight into this. Here's the box for the build. There's really not much to it. Very nicely designed and stuff. Here's the back of it. I try not to get to attach the boxes because then I end up keeping them for years to come, and that's never good for me. So yeah, this is the box, and I'm hopefully going to throw it away in the next week or 2. So with this being the first build, I have to say this is a pretty good base build for what is the main build of the whole set in general. This thing usually stands up pretty well. I like how they use these clear pieces to represent them flying, and this balances really well for what it is. It uses these tan cylinder kind of curved pieces right here for that, and there's like a lot of coral detail too to represent the surrounding. I also use this right here. The dolphin build is phenomenal, I would have to say, for this. Flippers can bend, that and that. For kids, they don't even have to have these things on this. They can just play with it on their own and stuff. And that's amazing playability. Also for the turtle too, you can move all the fins, and you can take these off quite easily too, like with a little snap. It's amazing for playability and displayability also. Just probably one of my favorite sets I've gotten for displayability in a while too. It goes great with my 3-in-1 fish tank that I got last year early at my local Walmart, which is amazing. I got that for early purchase that they had up on shelves. This is a really solid build, I would have to say, for this. Very solid, and yeah, probably my favorite thing. Now I'm gonna go ahead and build the rest of the build. So let's get straight into that. I'll see you then. So now I got build number 2. This build's not as interesting as the previous one. This also left a lot of extra pieces. And yeah, just one fish, not the biggest, most exciting build. This build took me around 30 minutes to do, which is way too long. These were all the extra pieces that I got. Quite a few. This is probably the one that uses the most amount. I mean, the least amount of pieces in the build. But this little coral reef right here, this big betta fish type of thing, very beefy for it, and it has a little crab still there too. It's on like a little rock for the stand thing. Very unique and not the best one, I would think. Very unique and not the one I would recommend probably to keep up on display. This last build is a seahorse that I may or not have dropped in the process of making this video, because this thing can detach super easily and is really inconvenience. This thing is also very breakable. So keep that in mind too. This is probably the most flimsy build, I would say. This part of it, like these eye things, fall off a ton while just moving it around. This is definitely a display piece compared to a play, I would have to say. The seahorse build's pretty nice. A lot of weird stuff for this. The snail is kind of good, but I still have to say that the main build is still probably my favorite one, even after building both of the alternate builds. But this is still a pretty unique one, and definitely one maybe try now if you get this thing. So I think I have convinced you well enough, because I know I have convinced myself personally that this is the most underrated set to come out in 2022 so far, I would have to say. This set's been under the radar because I think it's a creators set, and not many people really that I know take account of creator sets. I think people more to pay attention to more of like the sub-theme line, but this this thing is very unique and is worth getting attention to. I would say it has a very just really good playability for smaller kids, I would have to say. So
Because I am most definitely a child that is very...
yeah, and just like a really good displayability also for everything in general. So I hope I have convinced you that it is the most underrated set of 2022 that at least I have seen myself. And if I have, then be sure to leave a like, and if I didn't, be sure to leave a like also, I guess, and subscribe if you want, I guess. But yeah, hopefully you guys are having an amazing day, and I will see you later. See ya.